Yo, what's going on guys, it's Kryptic TNG back with another video again. This time on F1 2017 and we're going to be doing career mode. And yeah, I decided to go with Red Bull. I know a lot of people on YouTube have sort of been working up teams from the back, but I'm going to try and bring Red Bull back to the front of the grid. You've got the AI on 110%, 50% race. And yeah, it should be tough because the AI, they are pretty ridiculous on this game, and I'm certainly not up to speed yet at all. So yeah, that's the settings I'm going to be using. My tyre allocation, I'm going to go for the hard tyres for this first race of the season, man. I'm pretty much going to try and stop the least amount of times and see if I can maybe score some good points or somehow try and beat my teammate. But judging by whenever I've played this game against the AI, just having a few races, they've been so fast, so fast. At the minute, I can't keep up, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, we've been running band assist. As on F1, it's the only way to play the game. It's the only way to get a real experience. I'm not really into the whole assist thing, but yeah, first race of the season, let's do this. What? Who's this Emma Jenkins bird? What? She ain't got no booty. She used to eat like 100 chicken wings or something. Go gym and do that 25 squats daily. She ain't got no back. Ugh.
No one ever just signs the contract. Anyway, thanks for coming by on such short notice. I just needed to cover a couple of quick things with you before you race.
Yeah.
Firstly, as requested, there's a copy of your contract. It's a rolling deal. However, the team reserves right of termination.
I better not see no number 2 driver. I don't do that number 2 stuff. I ain't no Kimi Räikkönen.
Hit your targets and I'll be able to sweeten the deal.
Yeah, you sweeten that.
I'm also looking to get you into some invitational events throughout the season. The experience and exposure from these will be great for your image. Plus, you'll get to drive some nice historic cars.
My image is great already.
Now then, ready for the next session. Good luck.
Sweet. So yeah, I got my contract and let's get into this. My first career mode. I don't really do career mode in F1, so yeah, I'm normally just online messing around with my mates and stuff like that, but we're going to try and do this career mode, at least try and upload 1-2 episodes a week, and yeah, see how good we can get the Red Bull.
From around the globe, you join us just as today's practice session for the Australian Grand Prix is about to start. Beside me to take you through free practice today is a man with 3 decades of racing experience under his belt. It is, of course, Anthony Davidson. Thanks for joining us today, Anton. Tell me, where should we be
Jolyon Palmer looks depressed. So here's the track acclimatization, and yeah, as you can see, it wasn't that difficult, but still, I mean, the times I was doing compared to the computer, oh my god. It's just way up. See, Räikkönen's on a 24.2. I'm like 3.4 seconds off. It's crazy how quick they are. And now to the tyre wear test, which is quite difficult in the sense that you've still got to hit the average time, but you've got to do it and still try and get enough points for your R&D. And obviously R&D in this career mode is a pretty big thing because you use all the points you get from your R&D to improve your car over the season, and we definitely need to improve our car because I'm pretty sure the Renault engine is not going to be anywhere near the Ferrari or the Mercedes, so we need to improve our car in all types of areas. Hopefully I don't get the Max Verstappen reliability in real life. Yeah, we're going to try and build up this Red Bull and just make our car as strong as possible. And we actually had two more tests to do. Had to do a race run and we had to do a qualifying simulation, but the times I was supposed to hit, they were just too quick, so I pretty much just skipped all that and just went straight through to qualifying. So you can see at the start of the session, I actually had some sort of fuel system problem. I was thinking, fuel system? Are you having a laugh? So I didn't even have time to sort of get in a few runs. I pretty much just said to myself, I'm only going to do one run. There's only 6 minutes of the session left, and yeah, I just thought this is just a disaster. I didn't have time to get the car where I wanted it to, but you joined me at the end of my qualifying lap, and this has been a scruffy one, but I did try and at least qualify on the super softs and hopefully try and get a sort of top 10 time and be on the super softs, and that way obviously it helped me do a one-stop strategy. But yeah, as you'll see in a minute, it did not go to plan. to be fair, and I ended up qualifying back down in 16th, well off my teammate, a good 2 seconds almost off my teammate. As I said, AI crazy pace. I mean, if I was on the ultra softs, I probably would have got maybe a mid 22, but even that may not even have been good enough for the top 10. So yeah, I mean, I was in shock. And just to let you know, that time from Sebastian Vettel was pretty similar to what some of the fastest guys are doing on time trial. So the AI don't mess around on F1, man. I think this is probably the fastest AI I've ever raced on any racing game in the history of ever. They are seriously rapid, and yeah, so it was going to be tough. It was going to be tough to get a result. Obviously, my plan was to do a one-stopper, hoping that the AI are going to be stuck doing two-stoppers, because if not, if they're doing one-stoppers as well, not only am I going to be really slow at the beginning, I'm just going to be getting destroyed. And you can see, like, yeah, so far it's not going to plan, and Max Verstappen's outdoing us, but you know, you never know what can happen in a race, so I'm just going to try and keep as consistent as I can. You can see by the sector times, he was just yeah, we were just nowhere near. He's pretty much 3-4 tenths of a second quicker in every sector. So yeah, bit of a nightmare, but you don't get no points for quali. Look at Mercedes. Mercedes don't respect me. They don't respect me. But it's cool. We're gonna try and build up Red Bull, and yeah, we're gonna try to take it to Mercedes and Ferrari, and hopefully we can actually oust them at the top of the grid. And it might take a season or two, but yeah, I'm gonna try and do it. At least try and upload, 1-2 episodes a week, and let's just see how we can do. Obviously at the minute, I'm expecting my pace to get better as the season goes, as long as I get more into the game and start learning setups. To be honest, I don't know what I'm doing with setups. I'm just literally just throwing anything together that basically just feels like I'm not going to spin. So yeah, you can see at the minute we're going to be running one-stop strategy. We're going to start on the soft tyres. Obviously I qualified outside the top 10, so I can pretty much choose which tyres I want. And yeah, on the formation lap now, just make sure we keep our tyres in good temperature. Putting the engine in lean, because that's another thing on this game. You really have to look after your engine. It's got to last you a certain amount of races. So in the race, I probably won't be running fast at all at any stage. I won't be running in the maximum engine mode. And yeah, let's get this start of the race on and see what I can do. I've been getting pretty good starts whenever I've had a little go, and let's see how we get on. So almost 5 red lights. Season's about to start. F1 2017 career mode, my first career mode, and decent start on the soft tyres. And Alonso actually blows past us, and I've actually lost one place, but it's not too bad. I thought we'd get absolutely swamped being on these tyres. And I managed to go in the outside of the car, spun on the inside there. It was one of the Williams. I think it must have been Lance Stroll, because Massa's up ahead. And we're up into 8th place, and I'll take it. Virtual safety car comes out, and yeah, it's pretty good for us to get a pretty good start. And you can see me pushing right to the edge of the delta time I'm allowed. And I managed to get right up to the back of Grosjean as the virtual safety car's gone back in. So I'm going to see if I can stick with Grosjean. Obviously I'm expecting them to be a lot quicker as they are on the ultra soft tyre, but these tyres don't actually feel too bad. They do not feel too bad. And I remember on F1 2016 I tended to like the harder tyres and the softer tyre, and hopefully you can see if I can get away with it on this game, if I can at least stick a little bit close to Grosjean. But you can already see how fast they are in traction, just literally bolting. And I think is that our teammate in front of Massa? I think that might be Verstappen in front of Massa. And yeah, we're not too far behind him. You see Vettel on the first lap. Wow. On the first lap, what time have we done? We're in the 43s, and he's, wow. So he was just well quicker on that lap. Even though it's the first lap of the race, and I may have got stuck in a little bit of traffic, but yeah, I don't think we'll be troubling the podium anytime soon. But maybe if we can at least finish behind our teammate or something like that, I'll be pretty happy with that. And we've actually managed to stick with Grosjean as we've gone to the end of lap 3, and we're not too far off. We've got DRS, and Hulkenberg behind hasn't managed to actually close that gap to us, which we were fortunate to get underneath the virtual safety car. So we haven't done too bad to still have DRS. But Massa seems to be holding Grosjean up, so I want Massa to keep in front of Grosjean, because as long as these two keep on battling, then I think I can jump both of them on a one-stop strategy. Hopefully these guys are not on a one-stopper. I haven't really checked out how long each tyre can last, but I think they'd probably be on the 2-stopper, hopefully. But yeah, I'm pretty surprised I've managed to keep up with them at the minute. But our pace seems pretty solid. We're not making any mistakes. We're just keeping it in standard, not killing the engine, because obviously we do have to make our elements of our engine last. And yeah, you can see Grosjean is all over Massa, and I mean, in real life, are Haas really that much quicker than Williams? I don't know. I can't remember the first race of the season. I think Haas did pretty well in the first race of the season actually. So maybe that's how it's going to be in the midfield. 1 week Haas do well, 1 week they do badly. But Grosjean definitely seems like he's got the pace. Seems rapid at the minute, and I'm just trying to stick with him. I thought I was within a second then, but no DRS. But still, as long as Massa stays in front, I think we can keep up. But Grosjean having a look there, and we're going to close up to him again. We seem to close up a little bit through the corners where the Red Bull chassis is probably pretty good compared to the 2 cars in front. But on straight line, you see Grosjean having to go down the inside of Massa. He's going to get the position. Fight him off, Massa. Come on, keep him behind you. Wow, Grosjean hangs it round the outside, and that's helped us close up big time on Massa. I'm going to try and go around the outside of Massa here. It's not really a orthodox overtaking position, but squeeze into the apex, keep my foot in, and manage to get the position. And I'm pretty sure he's going to slipstream the hell out of us on this back straight. So I'm going to try and get a decent exit off of this corner to see if I can keep him behind. No, I was wide, but the exit wasn't too bad. For the rest of the lap, managed to actually keep Massa behind. And yeah, I think Massa Massa goes into the pits, so lap 6 is definitely very early, so he must be on the 2-stop strategy. So I'm pretty confident I can beat Massa, because obviously he's going to have to make up the whole entire pit stop on me to catch me, and he didn't seem like he had the pace at the start of the race, so I doubt he'll be able to catch us up. And to be honest, I'm pleasantly surprised with the race pace. I thought we'd be well off, but running in 6th place, we had a lucky start, but we're managing to at least hold our ground. We're not really being hounded by the cars behind us at the minute, so I'm pretty happy with where we are as we do a slight corner cut there. But it's career mode and let me get away with it. I'm not going to complain. Cool, Charlie White, and me and you, we're blessed, we're family. But yeah, lap 7, now on to lap 8, and Grosjean, I mean, he's pulled away a bit. He's definitely pulled probably another second and a bit. Lewis Hamilton doing 1 minute 25 ones while I'm in a 1 minute 27 sevens. Wow. Obviously, I'm not too sure what tyres he's on. I think he must have pitted because I'm up to 4th place now. So he's probably on a fresh set of tyres, which will explain maybe a second of that speed. But still, it's pretty damn ridiculous. And yeah, still trying to keep up with Grosjean. We're not really losing too much tyre performance at the minute, so I'm feeling that I can definitely get away with a 1-stopper. The tyres feel pretty good. I'm not really sliding into corners. I don't feel like I'm losing grip. I feel like I'm able to sort of run at this pace. I'm definitely not losing time to Kvyat behind. I think I'm actually pulling away slightly from Kvyat behind, so yeah, it's feeling pretty good. As I said, I'm not really there with the setups at the moment. You can see getting quite a lot of understeer through these corners, but the car at least feels stable enough for me to go through corners in the back end, not slide out like it used to do on F1 2016, which I hated, which is probably the main thing I hated about the game, was all the sort of sliding into corners. I didn't like that at all. But anyway, on this game, it's a lot better. F1 2017, the force feedback is a lot better, but Grosjean heads into the pits, and now we're going to be up to 3rd place behind our teammate who is still out. So I'm thinking, is Max Verstappen going for a 1-stopper? Because I mean, Massa pitted on lap 6, and lap 9 Verstappen is still out, and I pretty much gave up on finishing in front of Verstappen. If he was doing a 1-stopper, it was pretty much no chance we were going to be able to, you know, do the longer strategy, do the 1-stopper and finish in front of him. So you can see lap 11 Verstappen is still circulating. Got Jolyon Palmer behind me now, up in the top 4 on the super soft tyres, so I think he's doing an alternative to what we're doing. We're going to be going onto the super softs, and he's going to be going onto the softs. But Max Verstappen into the pits now on the end of lap 11. We're going to carry on, keep going, and maybe propel ourselves. Will we get into the lead? I think is that Vettel coming out of the pits? So Sebastian Vettel's managed to get a whole pit stop on us in 12 laps. Wow. Crazy, but we're up into 2nd place, starting 16th in a minute, and I mean, I think Verstappen Verstappen out of the guy that was in front of us seems to be the only guy that was actually on a one-stop strategy. So we could actually potentially get a podium here because Palmer's still behind me. He's not that close. I think he's about 10-11 seconds behind me. And as long as I can get to the pit stop and before the cars behind me, before the cars behind catch me back up, then I could potentially be looking at sort of a podium here. But you can see Raikkonen now behind us on the ultra softs, and I'm expecting him to catch us very quickly. But you can see on the mini map he's not actually that close. So I mean, if we can stay consistent and keep pushing it, then there's no reason why we can't like sort of get out in front of him and hold him up. Obviously it's going to be pretty difficult, but you can see now Raikkonen's still behind us and we're still lapping, doing what we have to do, 4 tenths off our fastest, but the tyres didn't really feel that bad. So you can see Raikkonen now just 7.2 seconds behind. So yeah, I mean, he's catching us at a right rate, but within a couple of laps we're going to be stopping. So if we pit before Raikkonen catches us, maybe we might be able to hang on to that position. I mean, hopefully we'll have the pace, but I don't know how fast he's going to be once we pit. You see Lewis Hamilton now in the 24s. I'm still lapping in the 27s. That's three and a bit seconds he's going quicker, so he's going to be sort of catching us at a right rate of knots. And they want us to pit this lap. You can see Raikkonen is taking massive amounts of times out of us in a couple of laps. Just 3.2 seconds behind now. But I'm feeling like if I can just stretch it, and then maybe I can even go into the ultra softs at the end of the race. See now, all we got to do is try and stay focused, make sure we nail the pits. But I'm thinking maybe if I can stretch it 1 or 2 laps more, then I'll go into the ultra softs and have an even better chance to keep a Raikkonen behind us. So that was the plan, but Raikkonen's actually pitted again. So now he's going to be even faster and have clear air and get the undercut on us, so it's going to make it even more difficult. And I was thinking, should I just pitted at the time and just gone onto the super soft, and that way Raikkonen would have really sort of struggled to get past us. He would have had to pass us somewhere on one of these straights, which is not the easiest thing to do, even though the Ferrari engine is a lot better than the Renault engine. But I decided now because I've kind of chosen my route, I've chosen to sort of stay out a little bit longer to go in the ultra softs. That's just the route I'm going to have to follow now, because I think even if I pit now, I think Raikkonen's pace was so much that he's just going to jump us. So forward into lap 19 now, we've got Verstappen almost catching up to us, so we're into the pits. Did 19 laps in a set of soft tyres, so the ultra soft tyres should be fine, because I remember Verstappen did 11 laps on his ultra softs that he qualified on, so ultra soft shouldn't be a problem. So yeah, new pit stop feature here, you hold the clutch in, and yeah, now we're going to have a real go. Raikkonen went on the super softs as well, so definitely should have pitted that a little bit earlier, but we'll see if we got the pace to threaten the guys in front of us. Hopefully, as I leave the pit limit on, hopefully we can try and hunt down Bottas. He's not that far in front. Obviously we're on the softest compound tyre, so it's pretty much the first time since we had to do the, I think it was the tyre wear test. This is the first time I've used the super softs, ultra soft, sorry, around this track. So I'm hoping that we've got some hidden pace that we can unlock and catch the guys in front. Although I doubt it, for Mercedes, Ferrari are just so damn fast. But hopefully I can close the gap. I'm going to start sort of putting it in rich. I've looked after the engine for the whole race, and I'm going to put it in rich and see how much I can take out of the lead. If I can't take out as much time as I want, if I can't catch down, at least close down Bottas a little bit, or I don't feel like I can close him down, then I'm definitely just going to run the engine in lean, because there's going to be no point in just running it all the way to fast, all the way to the end, and just making my engine wear higher than it needs to be, because obviously it's got to survive for the next 5-6 races, I believe. So yeah, that's going to be our strategy towards the end of this race. Push, see if we can get closer to Bottas, see if we can threaten the podium positions, even though I don't think so, because I mean Verstappen was almost on the back of us when we pitted, so I doubt we'll be seeing him again. He ran to, remember, lap 11 earlier on in the race, so I doubt he'll be stopping again. I think he's on the soft tyre, so that's telling me pretty much he's definitely going to the end. I'm not too sure if Bottas and the cars in front are having to pit again though. Obviously Raikkonen doesn't have to, because Raikkonen pitted when he was behind us. You can see the massive undercut Raikkonen's got, because I believe Raikkonen is the car ahead of Bottas, and he's like well down the road. So yeah, I mean, slightly a missed opportunity. If I'd have pitted when he was behind me and not given him the undercut, I may have been able to hold him up and at least defend my podium position. If he overtook me, then okay, that's fine. But at least I would have had that position to defend. At least I would have had the track position. I've kind of given up now, but we'll still see. And yeah, at the minute we've got Grosjean behind us, and I'm sure, wow, I mean, I'm sure Hamilton was behind us, but I don't know what's going on with Lewis Hamilton. He's been so quick in this race, but I don't know, he just seems to be just, maybe he made another pit stop or something like that. But yeah, as you can see, our fastest lap was a 25.3, and remember some time ago Hamilton was already doing like low 21, so we pretty much know we don't have the pace of Mercedes. So I've just put it in lean engine mode. 5-6 laps to go. I'm just gonna try and look after the engine as much as possible, start short shifting, and yeah, try to bring the car home and make sure we don't damage the car, because obviously we want to make sure we've got the best possible package for the next 5-6 races. We want to make sure we've got at least a bit more engine power, because obviously when we get to China, I'm already fearing the worst. I'm actually hoping for a bit of rain, something to help us at least get a good result, because I fear for the speed of our car down that back straight. But at the moment we started 16th, and I mean, I'm in 5th place. I could not complain. I didn't think I would be anywhere near these positions, to be honest with you. I was just looking to get into the top 10, because that qualifying session, my pace in practice was pretty damn disastrous. So yeah, I mean, I feel like I was very lucky on turn 1, but I've done pretty well to stick with Grosjean, who was in front of me, and Massa, and I've obviously managed to jump in. But yellow flags, who was that off the road? I'm not quite sure who that was, but it didn't give us a position. So still in 5th place on the ultra softs, and obviously at the time I didn't actually know if I could make the ultra soft last, because you know, obviously the AI can make it last, but the AI obviously drives the perfect lines, brakes perfectly, so their tyre wear is probably not the same as when I'm driving. So I wasn't sure if the ultra soft would do the last 10 laps or whatever, but I didn't mind putting it down to lean and just making sure I reached the end of the race. And you can see I actually went up to 4th place, for the reason being Max Verstappen, our teammate, actually retired from the race. I thought when I drove past the car there was somebody else, but actually we drove past Max Verstappen, who was on the side of the road. Max Verstappen's retired from the race, so we're actually going to beat our teammate. And in the last lap of the race, we're going to finish in 4th place, as I almost bin it into the wall. But yeah, I mean, it's not too bad a result, starting 16th, finish 4th. Obviously there was potential to do even better. When I think about it, with Verstappen retiring, maybe I could have even battled for 2nd place. If I'd have had that track position, I would have actually had something to defend. But at the same time, I don't mind, because I was able to sort of put the engine in lean, look after the car. You see, Grosjean wasn't too far behind us in the end, and yeah, I mean, pretty happy with that. Started 16th, finished 4th. I mean, I was expecting to finish in the points maybe, but definitely not as high up, especially with the Lewis Hamilton, Bottas, and the 2 Ferraris and my teammate. I didn't think I'd managed to get into the top 4, but yeah, not a bad result. Obviously Ferrari looked like they dominated this one. Vettel won the race. I think it was Raikkonen that was 2nd. Obviously we was ahead of him, so we could have literally been on that podium, and that is my aim between the next 4 races. That is my aim, to be on that podium at some stage. And yeah, we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do with this Red Bull. Hopefully we can get some parts upgraded in the car, and the good thing about this game is there's no guarantee these parts are going to work, so you can't sort of just start off at the back and just make your way to at the front of the grid in one season. It's going to take some time. So you can see Vettel wins the race on a one-stop strategy, finished 52 seconds behind Vettel without really making a mistake. Wow, that's crazy pace. How are we going to catch that gap up? Lewis Hamilton finishes in 6th place. 3-stop strategy, crazy. Sabotage. But yeah, Julian Palmer gets a 5-second penalty. Funny, just like real life. But yeah, you managed to do alright. If you like this episode, if you want to see more career mode, leave a like. Make sure you subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll try and get at least 2 of these out a week, man. I'm enjoying the game. I'm enjoying how fast the AI are, and yeah, if you want to continue with this journey, just make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Peace. See you later.